Yes, lads, welcome to Season 2 officially of the Sunderland Career Mode. This is the lay of the land. This is the starting 11 we have as we take over to start Season number 2. I do not want us anywhere near the relegation battle this year. I think my heart and my hair aged about 15 years just in one season. But I'm going to be taking this season in quarters, in periods. I don't want us thinking about what's going to happen come mid-May at the end of the season. I want us working in quarters. First quarter is going to be the opening transfer window and the first, let's say 5 to 6 match days. Get off to a great start. Then we go from there until Christmas. Make sure January and the start of February and March is good, and then bring it home strong. Just see where we're at the end of each of these quarters. Sheffield United, Middlesbrough, and I want to say Wolves are the teams that got promoted. Of course, it wasn't fully on point with how it happened in real life. And coming into this year, a lot less money than we had getting promoted from the championship. We've got £28 million. Still a lot of work we can do with this, but we're going to have to sell some players. There are some big moves that we need to make. And for me, the big things we need to fix, I think, is going to be the defense. We leaked a lot of ugly goals, and that was an area that gave me a lot of problems. Coming into this season, I thought it was going to have to be the offense, but we figured that out, it felt like, in the second half of the year. We finally found our straps. I am curious, though, if any big offers come in for Eder. He was probably the best striker in the Premier League in the last quarter of last season. I want to keep him, but I'm not sure if we get some big clubs, I'm not sure he'll want to stay. But for me right now, priority position number one we need a massive improvement at is the left back role. Serkin was an absolute liability, offered nothing in offense, gave up so many cheap defensive errors defensively. We need an upgrade there ASAP. And with Crystal Palace getting relegated to the championship, I think it's perfect if we try going in for Tyreek Mitchell. He's too good to be playing in the championship, and we could get him on a cut price deal. The chief executive said we could get him for around £14 million. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. A fire sale at Crystal Palace. 14 for Mitchell. Accepted! Our chief executive was not lying. If we could get Mitchell in, that is going to be an awesome start to Season 2. Can we set the tempo right in the first minutes of Season number 2? Tyreek Mitchell, absolutely going to be a crucial first team player. 4 years, perfect. No release clause. He's currently on £45,000. I'll give him £50,000, but I don't want to pay too much more than that. And Mitchell is going to accept it. Oh, that is an awesome omen for the year. Tyreek Mitchell on the opening days of the season is going to make a splash here. He was too good to be playing in the championship. We're going to help each other. We help him get back to the Premier League. He helps us stay and improve in the Premier League. I'm expecting the Englishman to be an absolute revelation to our defense. Tyreek Mitchell, welcome up north, mate. Trailing South London for Sunderland. I almost said Newcastle there, but we're going to get Tyreek Mitchell in for £14 million. And when it comes to players that I've got on transfer lists and selling and loans and stuff, this is what we've got. So I've got a few of our older players that still have value on the transfer list. Alan Brown, he's on the list from his own doing. He came to us the end of last year and said he wanted to leave the club. So I don't want to sell him, but if an offer comes in, I'll happily take the £2 million or so we would get. Lindelof, I don't necessarily want to sell. He was decent for us last year, but his valuation is around 6.5 mil. He's 31. I want a new centre back as well this year, so I would rather keep Ballard over Lindelof. Paveda, that's just easy money. Same with Niall Huggins and Zach Johnson. I don't want to sell Zach Johnson, but he's not necessarily a big loss either. He wants out of the club. Now, I don't want Luke O'Neill to go off on loan. He's requested that himself. Same with the deal super sub. I would like to have him on the bench, but I have put Serkin and Rig on the loan list themselves. Was tempted to sell Serkin, but if we could get a little more growth out of him this season and maybe sell him on next year or even in January, I think that would be ideal. Rig, want to continue getting growth out of him. And then Matt Young, he wants to go on the list himself, which I'm okay with. Offers coming in though for O'Neill. I don't want to send him off on loan, man. I want to keep him here. He's a good backup player to have. He's the heart and the soul of the club. I could send him on loan and do the right thing by him, but I don't want to do that. An offer coming in for Hume, I'm not going to be accepting that though. Trey Hume had a decent year and it didn't light the world up for us at Sunderland, but definitely not top of the priority list to get a new right back. I will accept this though, Zach Johnson to go to the Romanian league. Not sure if he'll be pumped about that, but I'm going to accept the offer from Arid. And then Cardiff want Matt Young. I'm okay with that. Let's see if we can send him on a 1-year loan to keep him happy. Another loan, Borussia Mönchengladbach want Luke O'Neill. That would be an upgrade almost for him. But an offer comes in here for Niall Huggins. £2 million from Luton Luton Town. I want to see if I can get a little more than that. Probably won't. I might be ruining it here by trying to get another £300,000, but it might add up end of the day, and Luton Town are cool with it. Norwich coming in for Alan Brown. Let's negotiate that, see if we can get close to the 2 mil mark. Especially a player like Alan Brown that I don't necessarily want to sell. If we can get close, I'm going to say 2.1 mil here. I'm going to be cheeky. 2.1 million pounds. It's not going to go through. They say 1.6 with a 1% sell-on clause. That is pathetic, Norwich. That is actually pathetic. 2 million or you don't have a deal. 1.7. Did you not hear me the first time? 2 million pounds or we do not have a deal, Norwich. All right, get out of here. Piss off. A loan for a deal, though, it is for Paris FC. That is a realistic one. I'm going to send him off on loan for a year, or at least try to. But here we go. First move of the season. Huggins is out of here. Slowly trying to rebuild the budget so we can go for a centre-back. He goes to Luton Town. Watford are the latest club coming in here for Alan Brown. Again, it's the same deal. It's the same deal for everybody. £2 million. But I don't think that's going to happen, honestly. Again, 1% with a 1.6 sell on. Let's see if they buy it on 1.9. 1.7. You've got to buy it on 1.9, lads. I don't want to go around all day. I know it's £200,000, but it's more the principle of it, and they walk out as well. These teams are tight asses. Although you could argue so am I for even putting that offer forward. Nottingham Forest want Dennis Serkin here. They want Dennis Serkin. I kind of want him to go to a lower tier opposition, though, I can't lie. What's their left back stocks like? They got Alex Jimenez. They don't really have anybody at left back. They got Omar Rich. He would be the starting left back in terms of overall. 73, 72, 72. Maybe Ola Aina starts left back. I'm not sure. I honestly think I'm going to accept it. In hindsight, I'm glad I checked. 1 year, Dennis Serkin to Forest. And then Cardiff accept our offer for Matt Young. Zach Johnson rejected the offer to Arad. And we've got another one here. Poland, Corona Kelsey. We'll accept that. I don't think he's going to leave, though. I think he's going to be one of those players. Bournemouth come in, though, for Serkin. He's not going there. 1 year for a deal. Perfect. Now we've got Leon coming in for Luke. He's highly rated. Maybe I should be starting him. Maybe he's a highly rated prospect. Ian Paveda, though, it is Sheffield United coming in for the Colombian. Let's negotiate. 1.85 for the midfielder. Sheffield United, they're in the Prem. They say 1.6. I want 1.8. Let's bump it down a little bit. 1.8. Come on. 1.8 going once, going twice. 1.65 sold. Coventry also want Ian Paveda. 1.65. I'll accept that as well. 1 year for Serkin to Forest. Looks like it's going ahead. Now Luke O'Neill could get himself a Saudi move. Come on, what is going on? Get off the loan list. Paveda accepted that really quick. Where's he going though? Coventry or Sheffield? Well, Matt Young's going to Cardiff on loan. We know that now. Ian Paveda is going to Sheffield, electing to stay in the Premier League. We finally get an offer here for Victor Lindelof. £6.1 million to trade the red and white of Sunderland for the red and white of Brentford. The chief executive says we can get around 6.4, but I want to see if we can get around £7 million for him. That extra mil could make all the difference. 7.1 for Lindelof. They say 6-1 again. Come on, man. 6.8. Okay, Thomas Frank, RIP at Tottenham now. Thomas Frank accepting that one. And now West Ham United are in the mix as well. My timeline is so off, I feel like. Lindelof came to United well after David Moyes had left, correct? It's still Graham Potter here. Oh, wait, no, it is Graham Potter now. I swear my brain, so many manager changes happened last year that I fully forgot Graham Potter was at West Ham and David Moyes was at Everton. Anyways, £7 million. The timeline is broken, but West Ham are going to accept that. I hope he goes to West Ham now. A deal, heading home. He wanted a loan move, so we're loaning him out to Paris. And Dennis Serkin, hopefully I don't regret this, but I've decided to loan him rather than selling him. Zach Johnson's going to be one of those guys that I just keep accepting offers, and after the 20th one, he'll go. So I'm not going to tell you guys when I accept any more offers for Zach Johnson. I'll just tell you when he actually leaves. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Victor Lindelof is out of the club. We need to get ourselves a new starting centre-back before the Premier League's opening day. I don't want to have Luke as our starting centre-back on opening day. Victor Lindelof heading to Brentford. Goddamn, we missed out on £200,000 because of that. Only got myself to blame, although I did counter offer that anyways. We get an A rating, which I'll take. Lindelof was so damn solid for us last year. He was a good signing. I think he helped keep us in the Premier League, but for the next era, we need to just keep building. Lindelof was only here, destined to be a 1 or 2 season player anyways. Coventry want Alan Brown now. Again, let's see if it's third time the charm. £2 million. Come on, Coventry. Come on, Coventry. 1.65. What about 1.85? What about that? 1.65. God damn, bro. I might just, if Brown's going to leave, I might have to just accept a lesser offer. I don't want to leave. I don't want him to go, though. It's 1.75. I feel almost angry at myself though. Also, one thing I just realized with Middlesbrough getting promoted to the Premier League, that is another rivalry game for us. Middlesbrough and Newcastle United. Middlesbrough, Newcastle United and Sunderland all in the Premier League again. Makes me very happy. He wanted out. I guess it was probably the right thing to do. Alan Brown was solid for us to start last season, but he's gone. Alan Brown joining Coventry, 1.75 mil. Now, when it comes to a new centre back, I'm gonna go to the Championship again. Mitchell made me realize that not only is there obviously good talent in the relegated sides, but you can get them on such cheap deals. And these three names stuck out to me massively. Chris Richards from Crystal Palace, Ethan Ampadu from Leeds United, and Pascal Tyreek from Leeds United as well. The one that I want the most, though, is Ethan Ampadu. The Welshman would be awesome for the backline. Younger, same overall as Tyreek. And here's the kicker again. Market value 17.5 mil. We could get him for 10.5 million pounds. I think that's way too low. So my opening offer is going to still be a massive discount if we could pull it off. But if we could get the Welshman for 12 million pounds, that still leaves us so much money to make any other moves. And Leeds United are going to accept it. Okay, this might be the move every year. Go directly to the relegated sides. If we could get Ethan in this early, dude, I'd be feeling really confident about our backline. Crucial first team player, 5-year deal. Get him and Mitchell both till they're 30. Perfect. No release clause. He was on 41k a week at Leeds United. I'm going to say £50,000 for Ethan Ampadu, which he accepts. Come on, fellas. We are balling to start this transfer window. Working smarter and harder to start this transfer window. The backline getting revolutionized here. Ethan Ampadu, the Welshman, our second signing of the second season of the Sunderland career mode. Bro, that is such a good price. £12 million. I'll take that every day. Somebody I will not be thinking about selling though is Kaminsky. He, like our whole front three, really started to find his way the second half of the season. £22 million from Chelsea. But right now for us, he's invaluable. It is business time though, fellas. Opening day of the Premier League season against Wolverhampton. Bring it on. I mean, to start last season, we got absolutely rattled on the road against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. So I'm hoping we can rewrite the wrongs from last year and get a big start to the season. And I mean, we finished last year so strong that I just need to pretend that there was never even an off season and that we're just rolling on here and can continue that form. Season 2 begins. Let's see what we can do with Sunderland. Drill it. Eater. Look at the man. Get it out to Nakamura. Angle, scores! We score our first goal of the season. I was a little rusty there. Everything felt super heavy. Let's go celebrate with the traveling fans. We have scored our first goal of the season 13 minutes in. Good win there, Mitchell, on debut. That's a great first impact in a Sunderland jersey. Nakamura going to Lefay. Lefay, get it early there. Eder, look at the space. That's a goal. Eder's off the mark for the year. This Wolves defense is absolutely terrible, bro. I was looking at some of the last names there. This could be an absolute bloodbath. Oh my God, I didn't even realize. They've got Iran Kunda. Wolves have Iran Kunda in their starting 11. Stroikens and Iran Kunda in the same starting 11. Is this the Fulham career mode all over again? Let's not allow them to get something back into this, though. That's a great block from Ballard. Cunha Mitchell, a little bit out of position there. He runs all the way through. Don't let him get an angle like that. That was pretty shit from us. Oh my God, they've hit the post there. That's the type of stuff we have to watch out for. Going to make a double substitution here with about 15 minutes or less to go. Shaqiri's coming on at right wing, and then I'm going to bring Triantis on at defensive midfield and move it to 2 defensive midfield formation. Third goal would be nice. Eder, that's a good save from Beadle. Kiri, got a lot of curve on this. Can we find somebody? It's going to be Triantis. The 2 substitutes almost lined up. Don't commit it. Well, that's a great tackle, Mitchell. Can't lie. I thought we were going to give a penalty away there. Mitchell's had a great debut, but we have had a great start to the Premier League season. A comprehensive 2-0 victory over Wolverhampton. Unfortunately, I feel like Wolves aren't really a barometer because they absolutely sucked, but you just got to win those types of games. Now, somewhere I feel like we may have to upgrade sooner rather than later is in between the goals. Unnerstal wasn't really tested in that matchup. He didn't concede a goal, which is great. But if you watch season 1, you saw some of his stuff-ups and you saw how inconsistent he was. 36 years of age, £1.3 million valuation. I'm going to keep him definitely in the squad. There's no point selling him on. But with about £16 million in our budget, I'm going to start doing some scouting over the next couple of days and see if there's anybody that makes sense to bring in before the end of the transfer window. For now, though, we have our first Tyne-Wear derby of the season. Stadium of Light, Newcastle. This will be the real test. Last year's derbies were definitely a roller coaster. We had a big win in the 90th minute the first time we played them, and then we had an absolute demolition job on Newcastle's hands. So I want more consistency from us and dominating of that derby for the years to come. God damn, Tyreek Mitchell plays one good game and already gets himself a tifo. Fair enough. Isak. Do not let him... Good block, Ampadu. That's what we need. Savinho with the ball rolls here. Sending us to the shops. Oh my god, I thought I had him there. Unerstal went. What happened there? Penalty? Did we collect him with Mitchell? I think we did. That was the weirdest sequence of play there. I can't lie. He absolutely destroyed me with the ball rolls. Oh, he stuck the leg out. It looked weird because Unerstal went down, but that's a penalty. Yep. Oh, all right. Which way are you going, Isak? Isak. I reckon he's going to the right-hand side. Isak dinks us down the middle, you cheeky bugger. Hume. I want something off the kickoff. That's a great ball from Hume. The keeper stays on his line. Oh my god. I don't know who's keeper right now for Newcastle, but he should have just claimed that one. Isak equalized. Sorry, not Isak. Ida immediately equalizes for us. What a ball from Hume. But why has the keeper left himself in no man's land? That is beautiful. Okay, it is Nick Pope. I wasn't sure on first glance, but that is Nick Pope. Nick Pope, he should have either stayed on his line or came and claimed that, and he did neither. I'll take it. Gets Nakamura. Kukure is overcommitting. Got him chasing his heels. Nakamura holding it up. Going to Ida. Ida hits it first time. Tried to be a hero. Isak, long shot. Unerstal gets a hand to it. Hoof that one. Yes, in front of Militao. Ida! That's an awesome touch. They're closing in. I'm just going for the shot. Nick Pope with the save. Can we get there first? We do. Nakamura. Not the ball I was looking for. Tried to glance it on. That was a great opportunity missed early, but we're going to head to the halftime sheds now. What an insane first half. Lebanon's such a beast, bro. Kaminsky. Oh, he's just faked out Militao there. Ida. Nakamura! Near post! What a goal, man! We used the skills. Come give me a hug, Kaminsky. That is beautiful, and that is the dream start to the second half. Lebanon absolutely swarms the midfield. We fake out Militao. We play it around beautifully, and we give ourselves the lead. Yes, Mitchell. That was huge. Oh, they've got it back, though. Overcommitted. Mitchell's a little slower than Livramento. Now they've got the numbers. Don't let him get it to Isak or Gordon. Oh, my God, man. Newcastle are so damn clinical. And that's just a reminder. Damn, they got Griezmann on the bench. That's just a reminder to just not overcommit, man. Keep the defense in check. Do not let them get a winner, Savinho. It's a big block and a big tackle from Ballard. Are we going to get an opportunity for a counter-attack? No, we are not. That is an insane game of football. A 2-2 draw against Newcastle. We have got an offer in, though, for Johan Leppanen. And honestly, that does not even come close to tempting. I don't want to say he's been one of our best players to start the season, let alone for 4.5 mil plus some 77 rated attacking midfielder. Not a chance in the world, Venezia. Now, last year, we absolutely shunned the Cups. They were like the lowest priority. My only priority last year was survival in the Premier League. This year, I want to take them a little more seriously. I don't think we have a team that can win the Cups, but I would love for us to at least try to do something in them this year. Carabao Cup, second round, Chesterfield. Here we go. You'd like to think we're going to win this game. I have rotated heavily, but still, it's a decent team. Unerstal, the only starter that is in the squad. Rig comes in. We're away at Chesterfield. Come on, lads. First round of the EFL Cup. We win it 5-1. Kaminsky comes off the bench and bags himself a brace. On to the next round we go. But to round out the episode, we have another derby matchup. It is Middlesbrough away at the Riverside Stadium, looking to continue our unbeaten run to start this Premier League season. Come on, lads. This is absolutely one of those games where we are expected to win and win big. Let's make sure we actually do that. Middlesbrough promoted to the Prem. I want to see what their team is looking like. I always find it interesting to see the promoted sides like this and if they've actually done anything that justifies them being a super tough challenge. Aidan Morris, Hayden Hackney in the midfield there. Morgan Whittaker. It's not an insane side though. Joseph Brekalo, probably the biggest name addition. I mean, you compare that to our side and yeah, Middlesbrough don't stand a chance. We've got a superior side. But let's see if we can talk the talk and walk the walk. Middlesbrough have had only all the possession to start this game. Unastal forced into an early save. This Sieb guy's killing us, man. Good save, Unastal. Middlesbrough, I talked way too much shit. They are actually decent. Nope. Oh my god, that's actually an awesome save, Unastal. I talked way too much crap. They are killing us. Middlesbrough, get it away. No, that's a shit clearance. It's straight at Unastal. Get it away. Good block there, Nakamura. Go on. Nakamura. I'm just going to... No, square it now. Ida! Oh my god. We have been absolutely dominated. Our first touch of the game, basically, and we score a goal. I feel bad for Middlesbrough. I actually feel bad. Right now, I mean, a lot could change, but right now, this is looking like the definition of a smash and grab. And girl, FC Cincinnati player. Oh my god, Unastal! Mitchell got absolutely out-jumped by Whitaker there. That should be 1-1. Straight at him. Holy hell. That was almost a full replica of the goal we scored against Newcastle in the last game. Mitchell make up for it. He's small, man. He's short. They get it back, though. Whitaker's making me nervous. Hayden Hackney. Unastal, where has this come from? Feed it out wide. Come on. Finish them off. We don't deserve anything from this game, but I would love if we could get ourselves a second goal. No, that's a shit ball, but we get it back. I was spamming circle. Oh, it doesn't matter, though. Somehow we get a win against Middlesbrough. I already know where the 3 points are going for the medal, for the Bobby Kerr medal. And it's going to be to Unastal. Unastal heard that I was thinking about upgrading him, and he decided to put in the performance of his life. So we're here, transfer deadline day. We're definitely going to be buying somebody. We're definitely going to be spending our money. But Unastal has given me a few things to think about. But we're going to wait and see where the money goes and what we do in the next episode on Friday. Lads, if you enjoyed the Season 2 opener of the Sunderland Career Mode, leave a like, click here to subscribe, and click here to check out a full series playlist.